Okay, how are we today? This is our third lesson in probability. Today we're going to talk about probability using bags of marbles, or in this case, dice, without replacement. Um, in lesson 2, you learned we could pull one marble out and put it back in. Well, this time we're going to pull the marble out and leave it out. So here are the marbles, or dice in this case, that we're going to look at first. I've got 3 blue marbles, I've got 4 green, 3 pink, and 3 gray, and 5 red. So I'm going to put them in my marble bag, my leather dice bag here. Alright, my satchel of probability. Okay, so we're actually gonna, let's write that down. Let's write all this stuff down, right? Let's label this probability. Without replacement. And of course, we've got the bag of marbles to start this out. Okay. In that bag, we had 3 pink, we had 3 gray, 3 blue, 4 green, and 5 red marbles. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to pick one and see what I get. Reach inside my bag. And who is this guy? It is a gray. Okay, I got a gray. Let's pick another one here. I got a pink. So my second pick was pink. Now let's figure out the odds of that happening. Okay, so 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 9, and 4 plus 5 is 9, so there's 18 marbles in total here. So getting that gray marble, there were 3 gray ones out of the total of 18. Now since I did not put this back in, what changes was the total. It goes down to 17. It didn't affect the pink because we picked gray. If I had picked pink first, that would be different. So there are how many pink ones? 3. Okay, so of course we're going to multiply again. And 3 times 3 is 9. And 18 times 17 doesn't sound very fun. So, I mean, actually I do know 18 times 18 is 324, isn't it? So if I subtract 18, that'd be 306. Let's see. Yes, 306. And obviously this is divisible by 3. What I see right here is the 3 and the 18 can be simplified down by 3 to 1 over 6. And I could cross simplify diagonally the 6 and the 3 down to 2. And that'd be 1, leaving me with 1 over 2 times 17, which is 34. That is the simplified version. If you get this, you're good to go. Don't worry about it. Let's do that one more time and see what we get. Shuffle around. I got a pink again. Now, pink's on the path to be discovered. And green. All right, that's going to give me a different question. Yay. So the first pick 1, I got pink again. And pick 2, I got green. So the first pick, there are 3 pink marbles out of the 18. And there are 4 green marbles out of the... That's right, you should say 17, because there's 1 less marble here. The number, if you just straight multiplied across without simplification first, would get you 12 over 306. I, of course, see that I could divide the 3 and the 18 to make it 1 over 6 again. And these, of course, would be halved to 3 and 2, leaving me with my simplified 1 times 2, 3 times 17 is 51. If you got this, though, you're good. Now, drawing marbles out of the bag is for demonstrations purpose. That's some wonderful wordage there. For demonstration purposes, when we actually get to questions, you'll see something more like this. What would happen if I got a blue first? What's the odds of getting blue, then pink? Okay. Well, first there's 3 blue over 18, and then there's 17 marbles left and 3 are pink. And I can say I'm silly because I already know the answer, because these are the exact same problem up here. It's 9 over 306, which is 1 over 34. All right, that wasn't the best question. Let's do one. We're going to do this one together. Let's do 2 blue. The reason I want to do 2 blue, because when you get the same color both times, it changes both the numerator and the denominator. Like I said in the last problem, there's 3 blue out of the 18 for the first pick. But the second pick, we know there's 17 marbles. There's 1 less blue, so that goes down to 2. So that's going to get me 6 out of 306. That would simplify down to 1/6 there. Then cut that in half. I get 3 and 1. It'd be 1 out of 51. All right, this one I want you to try all on your own. Tell me what the odds are of picking 2 greens. Pause this, figure out your 2 fractions, and then unpause. All right, here we go. There are 4 greens total, and there was 18 marbles total. So there's our first pick. First pick is always the same, whether it's with replacement or without replacement. It's just without changes. The second marble pick, there are 17 left. I have 1 less green, so I go down to 3. 4 times 3 is 12. And 18 times 17 is 306. If you got that, pat yourself on the back. Of course, I see lots of fun simplification here. Divide by 2, I get 2 and 9. Diagonally by 3, I get 1 and 3. So that's going to be 2 out of 51 again, which is the exact same odds as, wow, picking a pink then a green, because they're backwards. All right, number 4. Here we go. What's going to happen if we pick not red? Of course, that means every other color is a possible answer. Pause the video. See if you can figure this out. Do it, and then unpause it, and we'll do it. All right, here we go. Not red means there's 5 red marbles out of the 18. So 18 minus 5 is 13. So there are 13 non-red marbles out of the 18 for the first pick. In the second pick, there's 1 less marble. There's also 1 less non-red marble. So now I have 13 times 12 and 18 times 17. 18 times 17 is that 306. Oops. Denominator we already did. 12 times 13 is 144, which is 12 times 12, plus 1 more 12 for 156. For simplification, I see right here a 6 can be divided. That leaves 2 there and 3 there. Everything else looks stuck with those primes. So 2 times 13 is 26, and 3 times 17 is 51. So you have a worksheet without replacement marbles. I would like you to pause this video. It's 2 different situations. So pause the video after I explain it. There are 3 colors in the first bag. I ask you 3 different picking possibilities. Give me the odds. And then the second one, there's 4 colors and 3 different questions to answer. So pause that video and then unpause it and we'll finish it. Okay, here we go. Number 1, the first thing I would do is figure out how many marbles do we have in the bag. 6 red, 8 green, 7 orange. 6 plus 8 is 14. 14 plus 7 is 21. So that's my total. I'm going to put that right there. So if I'm picking reds first without replacement, 1 at a time, there are 6 reds for that first pick out of the 21. The second pick, the number of marbles goes down, and since I'm picking the same color, the reds go down. Your unsimplified answer would be 30 over 42 with a 0, 420. To simplify this, I see the zeros could be cut off. You just go like that. Now it's 3 over 42, and I know 3 goes into 42 14 times, so it's 1 over 14. If I simplified over here, I would turn this into 1/4, dividing by 5, and this in dividing by 3 would be 3 over 7. That doesn't make sense then. It should be 3 over 28. Did I do 21 times 20 right? Yeah. Where did I go wrong? 1, 4. This is a 2. There we go. All right, that's my mistake. And then the 2's here, that would cancel out to 1. That goes to 2. There's your 1 over 14. Ugh. Sorry, I hate it when I do that kind of stuff. The 1 green, 1 orange. There are 8 green out of the 21 total marbles. There is 7 orange out of the 21, but there's not 21. There's only 20. So that's 56 out of 420. Looking at cross simplification and stuff, I see the 7 and the 21. I can divide by 7, leaving 1 and 3. And I can do the 4s right here, leaving 2 and 5. So that's going to be 2 over 15 for my simplified answer. 2 green. There's 8 green to start out of the total of 21. The second pick, there's only 20 marbles left, and there's 1 less green, 7. Oh, wow, that's the same exact question as before. So it's going to be 56 out of 420, which simplifies down to 2 out of 15. The second situation had 14 purple, 12 yellow, 2 pink, and 2 white. 14 and 12 is 26. 28 with 2, and that makes 30. So 30 is my total. Let's do the pinks first for A. There are 2 pinks out of 30 for the first pick. In the second pick, we're down to 29 marbles and only 1 pink. So that's going to be 2 over... See, the way I look at this is I see 30 times 30 is 900. And 900 minus 130 is going to be 870. Which I can simplify down to 1 over 435. No purple means I'm taking 14 away from 30 to realize there are 16 non-purple out of the 30. On the second pick, there's 15 out of 29. Again, I'm going to get 870 for the denominator. 16 times 15 is 160. That's 10 times 16 plus 50 plus 30. Oh, it's 240. Okay. Simplifying this, I see right here 15 and 30 are half, 1 and 2. And I can divide 16 by 2 and just get 1 and 8. That's going to be 8 over 29. Yeah. 1 purple, the 1 yellow. Good job, Malzberger. Then 1 yellow. 1 purple. Well, there's 14 purple out of the 21. And there's only 20 marbles left in the second pick and 12 yellows. 14 times 12, that's 144 plus 24 for 168 on the top and 420 on the bottom. Doing some cross simplification, or actually vertical. Divide by 7, this becomes 2, that becomes 3. Divide by 4 here, and that becomes 3, and that becomes 5. The 3's cancel out as a 2/5 possibility. Wow. Actually, I just realized that I just made a major mistake. I pulled the 21 total from the top. Let's redo this problem. Let's do 14 out of 30 times 12 out of 29. Doesn't that sound a lot better? You're probably going, what were you doing, buddy? It's still 168 on top. It's just my denominator is really going to be 870. That was almost hilarious. Cross simplification. I'm going to do diagonal by 6s, leaving 2 and 5. And that's it, because 14 and 5, no, 2 and 29, 29 and 14. So 14 times 2 is 28. And 5 times 29 is going to be 145. Okay. That is replacement. Without replacement, and that's marbles. Okay, here's the second half of the video. I had to pause it there for a moment. Just make sure I didn't run out of space. For the second half of the video, we're going to look at a deck of cards. Deck of cards. Now I have a very special deck of cards here. It's very fancy. You go, ooh, look at those fancy cards. There was a book I really liked called The Name of the Wind, and they had this Kickstarter like, hey, get these special cards with all these cool pictures of the characters from the book. And I'm like, sure, I'll support you, buddy. And I did that, and these took forever to get here. And what's funny is I can't remember the name of any of these characters, and so it's kind of funny. All right, so what do we need to know about a deck of cards? First thing you should know is the total. There are 52 cards in a deck of cards. Now there are 4 suits. And the suits are the type of card you have. We have spades. They're black and look like little shovels, like a spade, right? Hearts, obviously red and look like hearts. We have clubs that look like clovers, and they're black. And then we have diamonds, which are red and look like diamonds. So your 4 suits are spades, hearts, clubs, diamonds. There are 13 of each suit. There are 9 true numbers, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then you have 3 face cards, the Jack, the Queen, and the King. And then there's the Ace, which I don't know why I don't have my Ace of Spades. Ace of Spades, where'd you go? How'd I lose you? Must still be in the box or something. Did I leave it in there? No. I am sans the Ace of Spades. Oh my God, how'd that happen? Terrifying. Terrible news, children. We should all cry that I do not have what I was looking for. Anyways, we'll go to another deck, or another suit. 2 through 10, so 9 there, plus the Ace. The Ace can be the 1, or the Ace, there's the Ace of Spades, or the Ace can be higher than the King. It can be the highest card in the deck. So there are, let's get back together, Ace through 10, the Jack, the Queen, and the King. Now you can also split the deck in half. You have half your deck is black and half your deck is red. So half red, half black. This makes for a lot of different possibilities for questions. For example, if I'm drawing 2 cards without replacement, let's say I was drawing 2 hearts without replacement. Now, you could say to yourself, Malzberger, your cards are all like right next to each other, so it'd be very easy to get the same color. But let's say they're all nicely shuffled up. The first pick, well, how many hearts are in the deck? Well, there's 13 of each suit, so there's 13 out of the 52 total cards. It's that second pick where things change. If I did pull out a heart, oh, look at that, Queen of Hearts. If I pulled her out and didn't put her back in, I now have 51 cards in the deck, and I have 1 less heart, so there's 12. So the odds of picking 2 hearts without replacement would be 13 times 12, which is 144 plus 12, so 156. Over 52 times 51, let's use the calculator for that. 52 times 51, it's like 2,652. 2,652. Now, like I did before, I would go back and simplify since I don't have the special calculator. This isn't a fun one because I know that 13 is a fourth, because there's 4 suits of 52, so I can just do 1 over 4 for this guy. I can see diagonally I could do the 4 and the 12. Cut out the 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 12 divided by 4 is 3. Then I just have one fraction left. 3 over 51. 3 goes into 51 17 times. This is a 1 out of 17 possible combinations of pulling 2 cards. Wow, that's pretty cool. Let's do another one. Let's say I wanted to... what would be the chance of getting just 2 black cards? Well, there are... half the deck would be black, so that's 26 out of 52. Of course, we'd use 1/2 because that'd be smarter. But I'm using this right now to get the second pick. Since there was 26 black cards to start with, there's only going to be 25 on the second pick, and the 52 goes down to 51. I already know that 52 times 51 is 2,652. 26 times 25. I would use a calculator, except I know that 25 times 25 is 625, and add one more quarter, I get 650. For simplification purposes, I'm going to turn this into a half. So much easier. And so it's just going to be 25 over 102 when you simplify. 25 over 102 would be my simplified answer. So I can ask for color. I can ask for suits. I can ask for what's the chance of getting 2 jacks? Well, how many jacks are in the deck? That's a good question. Now, because there are 4 suits, and each suit has an ace through king, there's 4 of each card. There's 4 aces, there's 4 sixes, there's 4 fives, and there's 4 queens. So 2 jacks, there's 4 jacks to start with out of the 52 cards. On the second pick, there's only 3 jacks left in the deck, because of course I would take it out and say, you're not part of my deck anymore. And there's 51 cards left. Now that would give me 12 over 2,652. I see myself simplifying this a ton. I know 4 over 52 is 1 out of 13 because, well, I do. And then 3 and 51 becomes 1 and 17. So it's 1 out of whatever 13 times 17 is. Ew. Well, that's 130 plus 70, so 200 plus 21. 221. All right, let's do one more together. I'll give you one. I haven't even been telling you to pause. My apologies. I'll give you one to try, and then I'll give you a sheet with a couple different questions. It even has pulling 3 cards. Oh my god, it's amazing. Okay, so let's try and pull the ace of spades. And then I want to pull a king. Okay. So there's only 1 ace of spades, right? So the first pick is just 1 out of 52. In the second pick, I'm picking kings. There's 4 kings out of the remaining 51 cards. So that's 4 out of 2,652. I can simplify diagonally here by the 4. That turns into 1. That turns into 13. So it's 13 times 51. So 1 over 10 times 51. Why am I going to do that? That's 510 plus another 153. 663? Let's see if I'm right. 13 times 50. Oops. 51 equals 663. Is that what I said? I don't know. There we go. That is that one. I forgot to even tell you to pause. Hopefully you were doing it because you're smarter than I am. Not used to it. Here you go. Here are 6 questions. Here we go. We're drawing 2 cards. And all of this stuff just says it's exactly a normal deck with 52 cards, 4 suits, hearts, spades, diamonds, clubs, 13 of each suit, 2 through 10, jack, queen, king, ace is what I put here. So pause this, find out these 4, and then we'll get going. with solving it. Okay. I'm ready to go. 2 clubs. I'm going to do 2 picks. The first pick has 52 cards to start with. There are 13 clubs to start with. On the second pick, there's 1 less club, 12, and 1 less card overall, 51. Now, luckily I remember it's 2, 6, 5, 2. 1 is 52 times 51. 12 times 13 is 12 more than 144, so 156. And I actually recall this being simplified before as 1 over 17. This becomes 1/4, right? 4 goes into 12 3 times. 3 goes into 51 17 times, leaving us with 1 over 17. Okay, let's pick 2 aces. If you remember, there are 4 of each type of card because there's 4 suits. So there are 4 aces to begin with out of 52. But on the second pick, I only have 3 aces out of 51. That leaves me with 12 out of 2, 6, 5, 2. Let's do some fun simplification here. I know 4 goes into 52 13 times. And 3 goes into 51 17 times. So it's just 1 times 1 and 51 there. That's your simplified answer. If you got that one, though, you're doing great. Moving on to 2 black cards. Well, half the deck is 26 are black to begin with. If I pull one out, there's only 25 black cards left out of 51. That's going to leave me with, we already saw this one. I know that 25 times 25 is 625, plus 1 more is 650. And then we have the 2, 6, 5, 2. For the simplification, I'm just going to turn this one into a half. Look at this and say nothing's changing there. So it's 25 out of 102. Let's look at a jack, then a queen. There are 4 jacks in the deck out of 52 cards. On the second pick, there are 4 queens still in the deck out of the 51 total cards, which is 16 out of 2,652. I know this simplifies down right here to 4 goes in 13 times, so I can cross out as 1 over 13. 13 doesn't go into any of these. 4 and 51 are set, so that's 4. 13 times 51. Bleh. Oh, wait, we just did that a little while ago. That's 510 plus 153, so 663. All right, no spades. Well, there are 13 spades, so if I do 52 minus 13, I'm left with 39. There are 39 spades out of the 50. Sorry, there's 39 non-spades out of the 52 cards. Take 1 away, I have 38 non-spades left over 51. Gonna multiply. I know it's 2, 6, 5, 2 already. I don't want to do that number, so I'm going to use the calculator. 39 times 38 is 1482. I know this simplifies down to 3/4 because I took, I just know 3/4 is 3 13s and 4 13s. 3 in the 51, I can cancel out the 3 and leave 17 here. And the 4, I can't cancel the 4 into the 38, but I can take 2 out, leaving 19. So that's 19 on top. 2 times 17 is 34. There's my simplified fraction. Bet you didn't realize you were going to get simplification of fractions in cross simplification lessons with this, but you did. So the ace of hearts and then the king of clubs. Well, there's only 1 ace of hearts out of the 52. Only 1 king of clubs out of the remaining 51 cards in the second pick. I already know this is 2,652 for my total, and 1 times 1 is 1. If you got 1 out of 2,652, you were correct. All right, you're going to have a online homework number 4 without replacements. That'll be due right before we go to spring break. Hope you guys are doing fabulous, and I'll talk to you soon.